Kentucky, or Tyler Hero from Kentucky.
Here.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Jets. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cardinals coming out led by Kyler Murray, the offensive rookie of the year a season ago, and back for more here in year number 2.
I still remember being in Indianapolis at the Combine when the result of Kyler Murray's height was announced. And when the tape measure showed him at a little bit above 5'10", all doubts went out the window, and rightly so. The Cardinals went 5-10-1 with him last year, but he was the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. This guy can make great plays with his arm, can scoot with his feet, and has motivated this team and has them on a really good upward trajectory.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Complete to Kenyon Drake.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one. Down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
7-yard line.
The USC product Sam Darnold, the number 3 overall pick in 2018, ready to go. Here's the Jets take over on offense.
Year 3 now, Sam Darnold being the starting quarterback with the New York Jets. As you might expect, some ups and downs along the way. That's what happens with young quarterbacks. Last year, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, had to play through some sickness and injury. But the Jets really believe in this guy and showed it by upgrading their offensive line in order to get him.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Devon Kennard showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. The play fake, and it's Darnold.
Ow!
Pressure again, and down he goes again. Devon Kennard picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out in a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it actually serves you that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 13 carries, 55 yards.
They've won 2 straight games. They've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
To Williams. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. A 3-yard pick.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The pass complete to Hakeem Butler.
Murray's pass complete.
Harris picks up his fourth foul.
Is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Able to find Isabella. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point.
Utah got off to that blistering start. They made their first 7 shots of the game.
And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 23 carries, 103 in the yardage department.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on him.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cardinals 7, Jets nothing.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray.
When I tell you, fuck Kyler Murray.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half.
All he do is call height, look around, act like he gonna run, and then fucking throw the ball to somebody that's open to the changed on that person and tried to hit him.
Their own 26-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0.
We're down 14 with a minus 10 yards.
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you.
Move the ball quick, too.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
I can't be understanding, man.
These guys have definitely been outplayed.
That hurts me.
I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do,
hey, you know I like John Ross. He fixed my offense.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got it. And he's going to take it
touchdown.
In for a Jets touchdown.
That shit happened again on that damn shit, but he was running a quick out. I mean, the slant.
And the Jets have made this a
and he fell forward for a touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
5 minutes, 24 seconds left in the
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The football going back over to Arizona now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll wind up with about 6 past the 30 to the 31.
On the carry.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
This one caught by Isabella. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Murray now on first down. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
First down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
draw play with Drake. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that's going to be another first
all
down
day
as the tackle
long
made at the Jets' 25-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's bullshit. 3rd and 11. He right there with him. Oh my God.
Big fella getting out the way.
First down, Murray. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Jordan Willis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Quick slant.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman in the game.
That goddamn wide receiver.
Stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. After the sack on first down,
another. Oh,
that's complete to Hopkins. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun now from
Do it to DeAndre again.
Touchdown. To Hopkins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return is Hines. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And now this is intercepted.
They jumping all my routes.
Picked off with great anticipation, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
I can't stop they and all I'm doing is throwing fucking picks, and he's throwing touchdowns. He's throwing slant touchdowns every time. And when I go to zone, he fucking runs.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
First down, Cardinals.
Look at that.
He won the fight
This is
for the
crazy.
football. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Murray. That's complete right around the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Cards will call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Man, I won the game thinking I was ready. I had made my
really
turn.
Cap off a big first half
Then
here
the
as they'll
nigga
come
here
up on 1st and
fucking me
goal.
up. He gonna run because we're in the zone.
Throwing again, Murray.
There you go.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And he outran my dude. Oh my God. Luckily I got him.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
31
Second and goal
They
from
got one
inside
time
the
out.
5. Here's Murray as he sets to throw.
Come on, man. It's a zone. How is everybody not covered? Threw 3 touchdown passes and a rushing touchdown.
With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
That's all I did.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Brutal.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return is Hines.
Everybody got super good.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
What did they do?
First and 10.
What did they add? We did a corner hill and safety.
Ready to go again offensively. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on
We're going
first
to do
down.
more first-round picks. That if you're going to be good, they're going to be late first-round picks. So, holding on to your first-round pick.
I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Man,
all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Shit, that's that. Up on the Cardinals,
The
do
Jets
whatever
going
they
to get the
want.
football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New York set to take the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football right now. I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they gotta push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Airing one out. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Darnold from the red zone now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Again, Darnold. And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown. Jonnu Smith with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
Yeah, great guy. And they always in 3 wide. Fuck.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a quick throw, that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And the line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Who got 5?
A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face. That's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Murray. And he's got his man on the out route.
He ran an out route, turned up.
Down the right side.
Murray.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you got to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick.
I told you
that
that nigga threw another touchdown pass, right?
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return is Hines. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
1st and 10. At their own
back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Again, it's Bell. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st down, Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense. $8 yards to go on 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
I don't know why the ball won't go through Donovan
I'd say
Mitchell
they've got
right
to find a
now.
way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw is Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I...
As we come to the end of regulation, it's going to be Mike Connolly to shoot it.
They give us 250 pieces again. This is just, I mean, after the game, they both should just ask everyone, are you not in this
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cardinals, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our
He's
entire
still
crew,
on fire.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snake shout, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an all-screen, just for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
You have a picture of George Floyd on your right shoe here. You got Breonna Taylor. Why is this so personal for you, Jamal? Not just in America, it happens everywhere. And us coming together, the NBA,